Welcome to the show. I'm Ryan Gomez.
I'm Kristen Volturno.
And we're back with day 2 of preview recaps for Force of Will's upcoming new set, Legacy Lost. Looks like a pretty good batch of cards today. I'm excited to just jump right in here. So let's take a look at a new ruler. We've got Invading Demon of Water, Valentia.
So Valentina is back and with a new body. This time she energizes for water and darkness. So you can sacrifice the coin to get one of those will.
Sure.
Also, whenever you cast a water chant, target resonator gains -X100, 0.
Okay.
And if you cast a darkness chant, they get 0 -X100. So if you cast a spell that is both water and darkness, you are essentially, you get both effects.
Sure.
X is the chant's total cost.
Okay. So that seems like a very controlling kind of a character here that's going to definitely build you towards those two colors, and you're going to kind of pick off and shrink your opponent's best thing each turn. That should be really cool. And then she flips into Valentina Released Terror. What's going on with this one?
So she's flat out 1,000 attack and defense. Pretty good starting off for a ruler. She doesn't have the chant effects where you are giving minuses to your opponent's resonators. Yep. However, you can pay 1 less to play water darkness cards. The other ability she has, you can banish 2 resonators to either draw a card or destroy target resonator.
Okay, so a little bit of a self-sacrifice theme is going to let you kind of do some more damage to your opponent's side of the board. So we're going to be looking for some resonators that kind of support that game plan, right? We want stuff that we're going to want to sacrifice for some benefit. Luckily, there are some cards that do that. But first, in order to play those, you're going to need the right type of mana stone. And we've got a good one here, the Remains of Ataratica. And that is a 2-color stone?
Yes, a 2-color stone. Just like the one we previewed on Tuesday, this one is water and darkness.
Yep.
It doesn't have... It's not that awesome, I think, right away. The other tap ability for it is you give a target token +100, +100. That kind of builds into the new theme with the cards that go in today, but 100, 100 is kind of...
Sure. It's a nice little bonus if you're not using the the stone to pay for something else that turn. At least you can get some value out of it. It doesn't just sit there. So I like it. It's flexible.
Well, it's also flexible because even if you're not using the new Valentina, you can pay 300 life to put it into your field, not rusted.
Sure. All right, cool. So now we've got our stone set up. We've got a great ruler here. What kind of resonators are we going to bring to this fight? How about Illusionary Projection?
Illusionary Projection is interesting. When it dies, you put a 400/400 Fantasy Water Darkness Resonator token onto the field. Okay, so that's really cool. It kind of replaces itself as it leaves. So that's going to be great because it gives you an extra body that you can use with your ruler there if you need it. An extra turn of blocking or protecting yourself. There's a lot of good use in having that kind of second shield pop up there when this thing dies off the table. Okay, I like it. How about Illusion Wizard? What's going on here? Illusion Wizard costs a little bit more than Illusionary Projection. However, when this card enters the field, you put the same token on the battlefield. Right away, so you get 2 bodies out of the 1 card, and that's really great because that alone lets you use Valentina's Release Terror's ability where you can just sack both halves of that and destroy something. So it kind of can be a removal spell itself if you're far enough in the game, and early on it gives you 2 great bodies to block with and protect yourself. Let you set up some of those bigger spells. I like it. All right, very cool. Let's keep it moving here. Deceptive Dream might be my favorite one so far out of the set. Yeah, so Deceptive Dream has 2 abilities. When it enters the field, you put a... wow, that's not right. Yep, when it enters the field, your opponent discards a card, and then when it leaves, you draw a card. Yes, that is correct. I got ahead of myself there. All right, so this is one that kind of punishes your opponent when it shows up and then rewards you when it goes to the graveyard. So no matter what your opponent does, they're going to be hurting, right? They don't want to kill it and feed you a card, but at the same time, they can't let it just sit there. So I like cards that kind of put your opponent in a tricky spot like that. And this is another one that would be great to sacrifice to your ruler in order to pick off something else, because then you also get to draw another card. So lots of great synergy built in there. I really like it. All right, the last one we've got, and forgive me if I get the pronunciations wrong on this one, but Mujdart, Lady of Illusions. All right, so our queen of the fantasy world comes back, but unfortunately she is enslaved by Valentina. She has flying, but she also gives water resonators and darkness resonators +200, +200. So if you're playing cards that have both attributes, you're giving 400, 400 to those cards. And then you can banish a Fantasy Resonator to give her barrier, but at chance speed.
Okay.
So during your turn.
Sure. So not super strong there, but a nice way to kind of protect her from any weird stuff coming across the table. I like it. Really, the better part is that buff to your team, and if you build your deck just right to take advantage of that, you can have some really big guys in there, backed up by a pretty controlling ruler. So.
Well, you can also put 2 of her on the field too, and you have 2 1200, 1200s.
Well, let's not get crazy, Kristen. Okay, all right. Lots of neat stuff here today. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Keep watching. We'll be giving you previews and recapping cards as they're revealed to us. Force of Will is a really fun game. If you've never played it, get in there and check it out. If you're a returning fan, hopefully some of these new cards excite you the same way they've excited us.
Yes.
That's going to be it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
See ya.